So I looked the name of that actress from a series, The House of Cards. Her name is Robin Wright. I'll write this for you.
Oh, okay.
Robin. Right. Oh,
Yeah, because I want to hear how she speaks.
yeah, that's her name.
Okay, thank you. Make a note of that. Robin Wright. Okay, Robin. I'm writing this down. Robin. Right. Okay. Very good. Okay.
I need
Let's
the first,
go.
the first
Yes.
letter in her last name. It should be W, right? Yeah. Sorry.
No. Oh, with it.
Yeah.
That's okay. I can remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch over to our article. Tons of vocabulary. Tons and tons and tons of vocabulary. And get through it. Just while you're reading, the only thing I want you to focus on is your R, R, softening your T. That's the only thing I want you to focus on, okay?
And sorry, I didn't get what we are reading.
Let me get it
what
for you.
article?
Hang on a second.
Uh-huh.
Let me get it for you. So it's a National Geographic article.
Oh, about
Here's the
bicycles, right?
yeah, about biking. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's not an easy reading, but we can get through it. I think I sent you. Oh, actually, what I'll do is just I sent you the. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me
Yeah, I
send you
looked.
my notes. Oh, you
Uh-huh.
look. Did you look at the notes?
Yeah, but I can't remember where I got them. I think it was in the I know where they are. They
No,
are
I can
in the
send it to you
chat.
again.
Oh, but I found. I already
Oh,
found
you got it?
them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it,
just
got
a
it, got
second.
it. All right.
They're downloading. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
in
So
the
I
first
got them.
paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
just 3 words. Quick, quick to point out. Quick to point out.
Quick to
Notice
point out.
I'm not saying point out. I'm saying quick to point out.
Quick to point out. Quick to point
hmm
out. Quick to point out.
Traverse, traverse,
Traverse. Traverse.
and
Uh-huh.
encompass, encompass.
Encompass. Encompass.
hmm
Traverse and encompass.
Yep.
Compass. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if
Traverse.
you need to translate those, translate them so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. I can't find the word traverse in the first.
Traverse. Oh, really? Okay.
First. Oh, yeah. I see it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a
So
second.
since you are someone who enjoys biking and all things sports, don't worry about pronunciations with places and names. Don't let that worry you.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm looking for is your R, your T, uh-huh, and and flow. And relax. It's just me. It's just me.
And how does pronounce this phrase transdynerica? Dynerica, right? The
Um,
transdynerica in your cross-border cycling route.
oh, hang on. Let
The
me get
first step.
there.
Dynerica. I don't know the word Dynerica. I don't know whether it's
Oh,
a name for
trans
something or.
Denerica.
Mhm.
It explains it in the second part of the sentence. The Transdenerica, a new cross-border cycling route.
I get it.
So it's yeah, it's a bicycle route that goes across the borders of countries.
So the
Mhm.
Narok is just the name
Mhm.
for this route, right?
Mhm. It is. It is.
Yeah, got it. Got it.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
There you go.
Got it.
Okay, let me get the article so I can see you at the same time. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and we're going to stop after every paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go
Okay.
ahead and read this for me. Yeah.
The Transdanarica, a new cross-border cycling route, presently connects Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Beginning in Slovenia's Soka Valley near Italy, the path heads south along Croatia's Adriatic coast before turning east and ending in Sarajevo.
Sarajevo.
Uh,
It's actually
Sarajevo.
Sarajevo. Uh huh.
Sarajevo, the Bosnian capital. However, the route's final goal, as the biking network's organizers are quick to point out, is to traverse all 8 countries in the Western Balkans and eventually encompass Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo, Serbia, and Macedonia. Macedonia.
Okay, it's a good
Why
start.
not?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay, so we're going to go one sentence at a time. Okay,
Uh-huh.
let me open up my picture here so you can see me. There we go. And now, don't you hate it when you're talking, your nose tickles? Don't watch me do this.
So,
It's not culturally acceptable in the United States to do this with your nose, but it
yeah,
is in China. It is in China. It's really disgusting in China.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, they love to play.
In Thailand they don't have we thought this with Sergey that in Thailand they don't have any cultural restrictions because they do everything we don't in our world in both our
Yeah.
worlds, and they do this without any any feeling of shame, just without anything. They just do it.
I know. Oh, I'm going to read this to you so you can hear me say it when you're reviewing the class, of course.
Mhm.
Okay. The transdynamic, I can't pronounce it either. The border cycling route presently connects Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia and uh, Herzegovina. Beginning in Slovenia's Soko Valley near Italy, the path heads south along Croatia's Adriatic coast before turning east and ending in Sarajevo, the Bosnian capital.
Okay.
Don't don't worry if you trip over words because I do it all the time. And
Mhm.
I've been speaking this okay.
Yeah. So my
However,
turn.
hear how my voice goes yeah,
Mhm.
hear how my voice goes up. However, the route's final goal, as the biking network's organizers are quick to point out, is to traverse all 8 countries in the Western Balkans and eventually encompass Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo, Serbia, and Macedonia. So let me hear
Macedonia?
you.
Sorry.
Macedonia. Mhm.
Oh, uh-huh.
Mhm.
Macedonia. Uh-huh, same.
So the only real 2 corrections I had for you was cycling
Route.
route. Some
Route.
people say
Yeah.
route. I say route. I say route.
Route.
And Italy.
Italy. Italy.
There you go.
It's like
Italy.
oh,
Mm,
Italy, Italy, Italy. Uh-huh.
mhm,
Italy.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. Italy.
So just go ahead and read just the first. That's a long sentence. No, just go ahead and read the whole thing. That's fine, but
Uh,
don't worry about the names. Yeah.
so the second paragraph or the
Oh no,
same?
the first. I want to hear you say the
The
first
first.
paragraph again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sorry.
The Transdanarica, a new cross-border cycling route, presently connects Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Beginning in Slovenia's I forgot this word, beginning in Slovenia's Socha Valley, near Italy, the path heads south along Croatia's Adriatic coast before turning east and ending in Sarajevo, the Bosnian capital. However, the route's final goal, as the biking network's organizers are quick to point out, is to traverse all 8 countries in the Western Balkans and eventually encompass Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo, Serbia, and Macedonia.
Okay. Good.
Presently,
Presently,
presently, presently,
I'm going.
present,
There's your presently.
mhm, presently, presently,
Now I want to hear more. Present.
present,
Presently.
presently, presently,
There you
presently,
go.
presently,
Because you don't have
presently,
enough time to get your T in there and your Lee.
presently,
Yeah.
presently, presently,
Presently. That's
presently,
a funny sound.
presently,
Mm. Yeah.
presently, presently,
Good.
presently, uh-huh,
And there was one other. You said it very Russian. Oh, countries. It's countries.
countries,
Countries.
countries, countries,
Uh-huh.
countries, countries, countries,
And
all
encompass.
8 countries,
Encompass.
encompass,
Yep.
all eight
Good.
countries, encompass, eventually,
Okay.
eventually.
Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. And the vocabulary is a little long, but that's okay. I'll
Mm-hmm.
put it on. We have gravel,
Gravel,
stretches of asphalt, stretches of asphalt.
stretches of
Hmm.
stretches of asphalt.
Which is a fancy way of saying a long road.
Oh, really? A long road, stretches of asphalt. Yeah.
So, yeah, roads are made with asphalt.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Stretches of
And
asphalt.
gravel is a rocky roads with little
Uh-huh.
rocks.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Gravel.
A palette, a palette of landscapes.
A palette of landscapes.
Palette,
Land
it, it,
palette of landscapes. A
palette
palette
of
of
landscapes. Yeah,
landscapes.
you don't have to worry too much about the T because you'll get it out with the sound with of. Palette
Uh-huh.
palette of
Palette
landscapes.
of palette of palette 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 of palette of palette of landscapes. Do you
That's
pronounce
better.
D in landscapes or landscapes?
Landscapes.
Land.
Ah, good question. Okay. Let me say it with my eyes closed, and that might help you to close your eyes so you can only focus on your own voice. Palette palette of landscapes. Palette of landscapes.
It seems to me that you don't pronounce this D. It's
Not
uh,
really.
it's it's the same in like in the previous paragraph. Uh, uh,
Hmm.
Let me find that word. We just uh, mm, hmm, presently. It's
Present. Yeah, we have a lot of
land,
sounds. When you
yeah,
have lots of
landscape.
D's with other consonants, yeah.
Uh-huh. I
And
see.
Yeah, you spit it all
Palette,
out, so that's what's
palette,
going on.
landscapes, palette of
Mhm.
palette, palette of. Oh, I
Of,
can't.
yeah.
Palette of palette of
Oh, you can.
landscape. Palette of land
Yeah.
of palette of landscapes. Palette of landscapes. Palette of
Good.
landscapes.
Mhm. Good, good. Ridge lines. Ridge lines. That's just the top of the mountain. Ridge
Ridge
lines.
line, ridge lines, ridge lines, ridge
A
lines.
mountain pass.
Oh, I pronounce this in a completely different way. Mm, mm.
Here we go.
How do you pronounce this mountain?
Mountain, mountain.
Mount.
There's your sound. Put your hand
I
to your
don't.
throat so you remember. Mountain,
Just
mountain.
a second. I look at you. Ma.
Yeah, you could actually feel the because
Uh, uh,
your
uh,
throat will do this. Do you
mountain.
feel the muscle?
Mountain. Yeah.
Mountain, mountain.
Mountain. Mountain. Mountain. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
mountain.
Mountain,
Mountain.
mountain,
Mountain. Mountain.
mountain pass, mountain
Mountain.
pass.
Mountain pass. Mountain
Oh,
pass.
that was good.
Mountain
That
pass.
was very good.
But it seems
Mm-hmm.
to me that they just pronounce just a number of sounds. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be the word I know for 10 or 20 years because I pronounce
Ah,
it in a really different way.
I know.
Mountain, 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 mountain pass, mountain pass. Oh,
Hmm.
so difficult, so
Okay.
difficult.
Next word is alpine. You have the
Alpine,
I,
uh,
alpine. Hmm.
alpine, 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 alpine,
Adjoining,
adjoin,
adjoining. Now we got you have the DJ.
uh-huh,
Adjoining, adjoining.
adjoining, 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 adjoining,
Okay. Next one is kind of difficult. Genuine, genuine.
genuine, 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 genuine,
Mhm. Authenticity, authenticity,
authenticity,
authenticity.
authenticity,
Okay. Yeah, I know
genuine
I said it with the T.
authenticity.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but if you're saying it quickly, that T becomes a D. Authenticity.
Authenticity, authenticity,
There you go.
authenticity.
That was good. Hmm.
Uh-huh. Authenticity. Uh-huh.
And then to be rooted. To be
To be
rooted.
rooted, to be
Rooted.
rooted, to be rooted, to be
Good.
rooted, to be rooted.
Wow. I'm
Mm-hmm.
impressed.
Rooted.
Okay. Oh, wow. This first sentence is really long. We'll take it one line at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll have you read it back to me. Okay. Let me
Mm-hmm.
make sure I'm on the right paragraph, which I'm not. Here we go. Okay. On a combination of surfaces, on a combination of surfaces, which include single track mountain bike trails. Can you say that much?
Uh-huh. So now I should repeat the same line,
Uh
right?
huh. Uh huh.
On a combination of surfaces, which include single track mountain,
Mountain.
mountain,
Mountain.
mountain bike trails. Mm.
Good.
I may ask you to write the sounds which we pronounce in
Oh,
this
sure.
word, because
For
it,
mountain?
yeah, yeah, because it seems to me there are
Mm,
a lot of letters and not so many sounds.
yes, exactly. Mountain. Mountain. Like
Mm,
mountain.
yeah, yeah, it seems to me to be just two letters.
Mountain.
Yeah, I need to practice this word, mountain. mountain, mountain, mountain,
Well, you think about
mountain.
it. Let's work on the T-A-I-N sound. You have
Yeah,
mountain, fountain,
mountain. And what this word means?
fountain.
Oh, yeah. I pronounce it quite another way.
I know you probably say fountain,
Yeah, that's right.
fountain, fountain.
Fountain, fountain, fountain. Yeah,
Mhm.
pronounce it. When I pronounce it in a different way, it was easy for me to leave. But now with this mountain and fa, fa, yeah,
Yeah. Words ending in T-A-I-N.
fountain, fountain,
Um,
fountain.
Mountain, fountain. I can't think of another one that has a similar sound. I'm looking.
Uh-huh.
I'll do that later.
Mountain,
Okay.
mountain.
So next line, gravel and stretches of asphalt highlights the region's wide palette. Notice I'm like wide palette.
Wide ballot, wide ballot, wide
Hmm.
ballot, wide ballot. I do pronounce this
Let's give
D
her the. I want not
uh-huh. Wide palette, wide palette, wide palette. Uh-huh.
yeah less T sound, less T sound.
Wide palette, 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 palette,
There you
wide palette,
go. Palette.
palette, palette, palette,
Hmm.
palette. Uh-huh.
You're sounding more. Yeah, I think we got the ticket there of getting your American sound because we need to get that sound in your throat.
Yeah,
Palette.
but it's such a difficult way to get the ticket to American
Nine.
accent. Palette, 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 wide palette,
Uh-huh.
wide. And sorry, do you pronounce the D in wide, or you just say it
Wide.
quickly? Wide palette,
Wide.
wide palette,
Wide.
palette, wide palette.
Well, yeah. No, no, yeah. So I'm not over enunciating every word.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I said it all by itself, yeah, I would say wide. Wide.
Mm-hmm.
If it was at the
Mm-hmm.
end of a sentence, wide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The road is wide.
Mm-hmm.
But if I said the road is wide and
Mm-hmm.
long,
Wide and
I would say
long.
the D because it connects to the and, wide and
Wide and
long.
long. Yeah, wide and long. Wide and long. Mm-hmm.
But because we have the D and the P sounds next to each other, it's too much to spit out. So we
Mm-hmm.
have wide palette.
Wide palette. Wide
Yeah.
palette. Wide palette. Wide
So
palette.
let me
Wide.
reiterate for you. So words ending in a consonant and words ending in a consonant and then going into another consonant.
Mm-hmm.
The first word, the last consonant on the first word
Mm-hmm.
is softened. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
dropped. Same with D's, with T's.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes with ing too,
Uh-huh.
because it's too much to say a double consonant. It's just too
Mm-hmm.
much to get out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So,
see.
but if the second word starts with a vowel,
Mm-hmm.
then you can.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's just
see.
practice. You'll get it. Okay. La 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 la. Yeah. Go. Did you read that line yet? I
No,
don't remember.
not just.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
For gravel and stretches of asphalt, the route highlights the region's wide palette of
Good. That was
landscape.
nice.
Of landscape.
Mhm.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
Mhm. of landscapes.
Of landscapes. Of landscapes. Mm-hmm.
Ridge lines above the sea, mountain passes, alpine lakes, and rivers.
Mountain.
Notice that we have "and" ending in the "d," and then the next word is rivers, and rivers. I
And
don't
rivers. Uh-huh.
yeah, and it's more like "an"
Mm-hmm.
rivers. Yeah, and
River.
rivers. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give that a try.
Of landscapes. r- Ridge line. Ridge lines,
Mhm.
right? Not,
Ridge
just
lines.
ridge lines.
J
Of
j
landscapes, ridge lines above the sea, mountain passes, alpine lakes, and rivers, and rivers,
Mhm.
and rivers.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Good, I like your That's a good
Rivers.
Okay, and rivers and towns and towns. Notice I dropped the D. And towns in the heart of the Dinaric Alps, which gives the network its name.
In the heart of, uh-huh.
In the heart
And
of. Mhm.
in the heart of, uh-huh. and and towns in the heart of the Dinaric, in the heart of the Dinaric Alps, which gives the network its name, which gives the
Good.
network its name. Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, let me get back. La 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 la. And adjoining ranges
Um,
equal parts adventure and culture. That's all
uh-huh.
you need to read.
And adjoining rangers, and adjoining rangers, equal parts and
Not rangers, not rangers, ranges.
ranges,
Mhm,
and adjoining ranges, equal
mhm.
parts adventure and culture, adventure and
Okay, let me hear more
culture,
R in your parts. Arts.
parts, equal parts,
Art.
parts, equal parts adventure and
Uh-huh.
culture, equal parts adventure and culture,
Okay.
parts.
Parts. Let me hear your parts.
Parts,
Parts.
parts,
Parts.
parts,
Parts.
parts, parts.
Equal parts adventure and culture.
Equal parts, adventure and culture. I think I'm
Oh,
going to
hey, wow, that was excellent.
sing after our practice. It seems to me that my teacher at our theater classes is
Uh-huh.
going to teach me singing as well. But I'm not a good singer, I think.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it's going to happen because you're teaching me singing, and she's going to teach me singing. I'm going to be the best singer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I studied all that in high school. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, you will learn to project your voice so people can hear you. Oh, okay. Generica, excuse me. The Transgenerica provides, notice I say not provides, I say
Province.
provides
Mm-hmm.
mhm, a rare lens into this corner of the southeastern Europe. I said
Southeast,
the, didn't I? I shouldn't have. Of southeastern Europe.
Southeastern Europe. Uh-huh.
Okay. The
The
Eastern
Transdenarica
Europe.
the Transdenarica provides rare lands onto this corner of southeastern Europe.
Okay, let me hear your corner, corner,
Corner, corner, corner,
corner.
corner. And,
There you
and
go.
you pronounce this ner like ner or
Corn.
ne, corner,
I know,
corner,
yeah, I'm noticing you're having a problem with your OR. So the
corner,
OR, co. I think
corner,
your tongue is too far back in your throat. I actually
corn,
see it open. Co,
corn.
corner,
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 corner, corner,
corner,
corner, corner,
corner,
corner,
corner.
corner, corner,
Good.
corner.
Corner.
You know, when
Mhm.
I pronounce one word for 15 or 20 times, it seems to me that this word doesn't exist anymore, and I just pronounce some strange sounds. I don't know.
It's the
Yeah.
new English. It's the new English.
Yeah, I don't know why it
Mm.
happened so. Just to pronounce
I
corner for 20 times, and it seems very strange for you. Corner, corner, corner.
What is on the corner? There's a store on the corner.
What is on the corner? What is on the corner? There is a store on the corner. Corner.
Yeah, store in the
Corner.
corner. Now that okay, well we could
Oh,
work on that.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's
We should.
now that you got your or sound, let's make it more relaxed. Store, store
Store,
on the corner.
store on the corner. Corner.
Yeah.
Corner.
Store on
Corner.
okay, okay. Yeah, I don't want you getting into bad habits. Okay, let me see your
Store.
finger.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yeah.
Store, store
Store. Store.
on the
Store.
corner.
On the corner. On the corner. On the
Ah, that
corner.
was a good corner.
Store.
Corner.
Corner.
See, I have my mouth
Corner.
open. Store or
Store
on the
on the
corner.
corner. Store on
Ah,
the
you good.
corner. I see the
Yeah.
difference. Yes.
Ah,
Store,
store.
store,
Yeah.
store
So
on the
we want
corner.
an open throat. Open throat.
Mhm.
Store.
Store,
Store.
store,
Store on the
store on the
corner.
corner. Store on the corner. Store on the corner.
Uh-huh.
Store on the
There is a
corner.
store. There is a store on the corner.
There is a store on the corner. There is a
Mhm.
store on the corner. There is a store on the corner. Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, let's continue. La 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 la. I lost my place. Let's start with equal parts adventure. Equal parts
Mhm.
adventure and culture. Equal parts adventure and culture. The Trans-Dinarica provides a rare lens onto this corner of southeastern Europe, which still possesses genuine authenticity, rooted in the centuries-old, honored-bound tradition of welcoming guests with food, wine, and stories of the region.
Mhm. Equal parts adventure and culture, the Trans-Dinarica provides a rare lens onto this corner of southeastern Europe, which still possesses genuine authenticity rooted in the centuries-old, honor-bound tradition of welcoming guests with food, wine, and stories of the region.
That was good.
Rooted.
I like your R's and your O. That's good. That's good.
Mhm. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Thank
Good. Good.
you.
I'm not going to tear you apart. So I'm just showing you a little.
You're not going to pretend to be a crying baby. That frightens
Don't make
me
the baby
not.
cry. The crying baby frightens you? Oh
Yeah.
no. That's okay. We're just going over mostly vocabulary right now and just a few sounds, okay? But you didn't scare the baby before, so you did good. All right. The next paragraph. Do 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 do. Here you go. Is the vocabulary. We have to team up,
Team up. To team up.
corridor, corridor.
Corridor.
There's a good one for
Corridor.
you.
Corridor.
Corridor,
Corridor.
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 Mhm.
Corridor.
To be overlooked,
To be
to be
overlooked.
overlooked.
To be overlooked. Oh, to be overlooked. Do you pronounce this
Mhm.
R? in the middle of the word
Over. Yeah,
over
overlooked.
to be
Overlooked.
to be overlooked. Uh-huh.
Mhm. Density.
Density, 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 density,
Density. Mhm.
density.
To tackle.
To tackle.
Infrastructure. There's a hard one. Infrastructural. Infrastructural comes from the word infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
All.
Infrastructure. Infrastructural.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
That's a hard one.
Infrastructural.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Infrastructural. Strural.
There you go.
Strural.
Mhm.
Infrastructural. Infrastructural.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Access access accessibility. Accessibility.
Accessibility. Accessibility. Accessibility.
Mhm.
Accessibility.
Good. Sustainable.
Sustainable. Sustainable.
Mhm.
Sustainable.
To parallel.
To parallel. To parallel. To
Mhm.
parallel.
And to roll through.
To roll through. To roll through.
Okay, let me get back to the article. The idea for the Transdenerica began in 2016 when three tourism operators from Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina teamed up to create a corridor stretching across the West Balkans, which is often overlooked by tourists. The mission was to combine great cycling with an emphasis on mountain biking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The idea for the Transdenerica began in 2016 when three tourism operators from Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina teamed up to create a corridor stretching across the Western Balkans, which is often overlooked by tourists. The mission was to
Good.
combine great the
Go
mission
ahead.
is to combine great cycling with with an emphasis on mountain biking. Mountain biking.
Good.
Mountain.
Good.
Mountain.
Let me hear you say operators.
Op-
Operators.
Operator.
Der, ders.
It's the operators. Operators. Tourism operators.
Good. Operators
Operators.
and cycling. Cycling.
Cy- cycling. Cycling. Cycling.
Hmm.
Cycling.
Great
Mhm.
cycling.
Great cycling, great cycling, great
Oh,
cycling.
yeah. Okay, you're doing good. Doing good.
Thank you.
With the density of the region's old world experience.
With the density of the region's old world experience. The density
Hmm.
of the region's old world experience.
Hmm. Yeah, the world is a hard word to spit out. World.
World,
Er,
world, world,
world.
world,
Good.
world.
World.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry too much about your D in the word world.
Mm-hmm. World,
Because you have your
world,
and your L and your D. That's too hard to say all three consonants together.
uh-huh.
World.
World, world, world,
Ooh, that's
world.
good. World.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
In doing so, the network tackling infrastructural and accessibility challenges.
In doing so, the network is also tackling infrastructural and accessibility challenges.
Good. Let me hear your D on your accessibility. Accessibility.
Accessibility
Thank.
challenges. Accessibility
Good.
challenges.
Hmm. While helping to encourage sustainable homegrown local businesses.
while helping to encourage sustainable, homegrown local businesses. Encourage.
Very good.
How do you
Wow.
pronounce?
No corrections. That was
Uh,
good.
Thank you. And how do you pronounce encourage?
Encourage.
Encourage,
Encourage. I
courage.
know you have the OU. Encourage. So it sounds like in
Encourage,
courage.
encourage, encourage,
I'll just give it a J. Encourage.
encourage,
Encourage.
encourage. Yeah, encourage. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, encourage.
Inspired by the Dinarica hiking trail, which parallels the cycling route. I do
Mm.
say route. Sometimes I say route,
Yeah.
sometimes I say route. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Which parallels the cycling route and covers 100 miles across countries.
And countries. Mm-hmm. Inspired by the Via de Narca hiking trail, which parallels the cycling route, and covers nearly 1,020 miles across the same 8 countries. Countries, 20, 20,
Yeah, I want to hear more.
20
Yeah, I want to hear countries, countries.
countries, countries, countries,
Yeah, there you go.
countries.
Yeah.
1,200 miles.
What was your question?
No, no, just yeah, I think it was my mistake. I said 20, but I should say 200, 200. How do you pronounce 100? 100,
Oh, 100.
Yeah,
That's your
100,
sound.
100,
1,200.
100, 100,
100.
100,
Uh-huh.
100, 100.
Uh-huh.
100. Thank you.
The Trans-Dinarica allows many visitors for the first time.
The Trans-Dinarica allows many visitors for the first time. Allows
Very good. To
visitors.
roll through the area's UNESCO sites.
Do you pronounce this word by letters, or you can
I don't
pronounce?
know what it stands for. What
Uh-huh.
does it stand for?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's why I spelled it out because uh,
This organization tries to protect ancient buildings, ancient
oh,
parks, statues, museums, so
okay.
everything that is ancient. Yeah, in Russia we just say UNESCO, but I don't know how
UNESCO.
UNESCO. Yeah.
Perfect. We'll call it UNESCO. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Allows many visitors for the first time to roll through the area's UNESCO sites, villages, and national parks.
Mhm. The Transgeneric allows many visitors for the first time to roll through the area's UNESCO sites, villages, and national parks.
Okay. Let me hear you say visitors.
Visit,
Visitors.
visitors,
There you go. Very
visitors,
good.
visitors.
Okay. I punished you long enough. There's a lot of vocabulary in here. So what I'd like
Mhm.
you to do is for homework, just go through, just read it, the
Mhm.
vocabulary that you don't know, look it up.
Mhm.
If you have a question about it, you can send
Mhm.
me a message, okay?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And and then I can, I could always help you anytime you want if you have a quick
Mhm.
question.
Uh-huh.
But good. I worked you hard.
Yeah.
You're an
I,
English athlete.
I like to read articles just after you in order to pronounce the whole sentences in a correct way. It's easy for
Mhm.
me. It's easy for me then to describe something from my real life because then I need
Oh,
to
sure.
yeah, to revise, and this way I need just to pay attention to letters, phrases, and repeat them after you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd like you to do both. So before next lesson, think of something you want to tell me about that
I think.
requires very little thought.
Uh-huh. I see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So preferably something exciting, so you could get that exciting look on your face. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And let's see. Were there any vocabulary words that we covered to you?
Some of them were really new for me, so I think I
Mhm.
should look them in the dictionary. And by the way, I promised to write an essay for you for our previous
Oh,
topic. So yeah, I
mhm.
should do this also for our next lesson.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me make a note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Next class essay review. Okay. We can do
Yeah,
that.
and of course, I watched those two videos you sent me today about
Yeah.
Bibles. Uh-huh.
I was listening to him talk, and he has a very good American accent. Because of course,
Uh-huh.
he's from Ohio,
Uh-huh.
and just how relaxed and casual he
Uh-huh.
was in his speaking, and I'd like to see you a little more relaxed.
Oh, but by the way, in which states of America there is
Mhm.
the best accent, the best American accent? Uh,
Oh, would probably California.
mm, so I'm happy to have you because you're from California.
I am from California.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I am. And California on its own has different dialects depending on where
Mhm,
you go in the state.
mhm, mhm. I
It's
see.
crazy.
And what
Yeah.
about New York and the capital of the United States, Washington? The accents there are,
Washington,
yeah, are different from the.
they're different. Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, especially New York.
Mm,
Yeah. And the further you go north, you get more
mhm,
of a Canadian accent.
mm. And Canadian accent, I think I haven't heard in my life before, just Australian accent, and I don't know people from
Oh,
Canada. I don't know how it sounds even.
don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sweetie. You
Yeah,
did
thank
well.
you.
High
Thank you for
five.
today. Yeah, high five.
Eh.
See you on
Okay.
Monday.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye bye.